Alright, Fear of God here with another video. This one being a weapon guide video for weapons that are a little less seen, or I should say covered by other YouTubers and people on YouTube. Just about kind of gives you guys something fresh here. Once again, if you wish to join FRA, we are a multi-console clan. We compete competitively. We play every day. We're team based. If you guys want to join, feel free to give me a message either here or add me on Xbox, and you can do it that way. Yeah, as of part of that, with us being sponsored, I'm going to put on screen right now, as usual, the sponsors that we have with some discount codes for you all, whether you want some jerky or whether you want some energy drinks or if you want a new controller. It's all there for you all. Have at, knock yourself out, and that's what they're there for. They're there to help you all out. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Back on the sponsor thing, I do want to say that it does help us out immensely if you do actually buy the product and use our code. It helps us be able to not only be able to increase the discount for you all, but also allows us to be able to acquire new sponsors. All right, so for this weapon is an interesting one. And yes, while I know that I do not have it fully upgraded, this is about the best setup that I believe that can possibly be given for this gun. There is one exception in which I will touch on when we get to that, but without further ado, we'll get right into the actual weapon itself. Alright, so we'll go down into the FR 5.56. Pretty decent weapon, actually. I was actually pleasantly surprised by just how well it was once it was upgraded a bit. At first, it's absolute trash just because of the base, just because of the fact of not only the aim down sight time, but the fact that it kind of spreads all over the place, which is kind of wonky. But for the base setup of this class, I use EOD, Hardline, Battle Hardened, pretty much what I use for any loadout, period. I got a frag grenade and a stim shot on there. The only change I'd really make to this is I will sometimes change the frag grenade over to a Simtex or Thermite if there's lots of people with shields, because both of those will instantly kill the person that has shields just by sticking the shield with it. Little unknown fact for you a little bit. I'm currently working on the Strela. Finally got the pilot done. And so without further ado, we'll get into the actual class setup itself of the FR. So for this, I am running the 3.0 optic. And the reason why I run this particular optic instead of any other optic is because it is the only optic that gives you an aim down sight speed increase, with the con being a zoom level. So there's literally no negative to running this particular optic, which not only helps you at those medium to long range, but it also is a decent optic. I don't really like the iron sights on this gun. After that, I run the stippled grip tape, which gives aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed at the decrease of a little bit of aiming stability, which honestly, I don't notice the difference, so I don't really see it as a con. I also run the Commander foregrip, which gives you recoil stabilization and aiming stability with a little bit of negative movement speed, hardly noticeable on the negative. But the reason why I do this is because if you run the base FR, you'll notice that it kind of jumps a little bit, and it's a little, it doesn't seem like your burst ever gets on point. With this, as you can see in the video, the gameplay, is if you can get your burst on point to where every bullet hits, doesn't matter if it's arm, torso, what it is, if you can get every one of them on point, it will be a one burst kill. So that's why I run the Commander foregrip, which gives a little bit of recoil stabilization, which makes that a little tighter spread. After that, the one big thing that is a major downfall with any burst weapon, especially when it takes multiple bullets of the burst to be able to kill somebody, is the bullet velocity. So right there, that's one of the things you have to consider when you're making a weapon with a burst or a single shot for that matter. So I went with the FR 24.4 inch sniper barrel, and that gives you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, which definitely helps tighten up that recoil spread, but it also helps that you can get all the bullets down, down range and on target faster and get the kill faster than any other of the barrels. And that also gives you, it does have the cons of negative aim down sight and negative movement speed. I haven't done the exact testing of it, but as far as the movement speed, I want to say it probably drops you down about 5% on your actual move speed, which isn't too bad. And the aim down sight speed, I want to say it's minus a frame, if that, at 60 PS. It's hardly noticeable, honestly. And then from there, and this is the only thing that I would change for, I'll get into that as far as if you're going to make a change to this gun. And that's the compensator. It gives you additional recoil control at some aim down sight speed and aiming stability. Probably about a frame of aim down sight speed by itself. But as you can see, I haven't unlocked it yet, but this next unlock is going to be the tack laser, which will give you aim down sight speed, aim to, sprint to fire speed. I forget what the third one is, but that is probably the only difference in change I would make, is to take off the compensator and put on the tack laser. A lot of people don't realize, but the tack laser is only active when you are aiming down sights. So they won't be able to see that green laser unless you're aiming down sights. So that does help you out a little bit on that front. But yeah, all in all, surprisingly good weapon. But this is the class setup that I run with it. I hope it helps you. If it does, drop a like, drop a follow, and by all means, keep spreading the video. You guys have been great. If you got any other weapons that you want me to cover first, instead of just kind of going down the list of what other, like, such as Explosive Ace or Drifter, what they haven't covered, if you want me to cover any of those, just simply drop a comment in the video and I will be happy to do so. And with that, Fear of God is out. Thank you very much.